Good morning, YouTube. This is Scott with Inside the Curve, back with another Fusion 360 woodworking tutorial. Today we're going back to the bookshelf again that we worked on yesterday. We're going to clean up that area we noticed with the shelves here and not very good spacing. As well, going to start adding trim to the outside of this. Going to put face frame on it and some base molding, and probably add a top as well. So let's get into it. Let's get started by fixing that little mistake we seen yesterday with the spacing, and probably could use an extra shelf in there. Quick feature on here I don't think I've discussed yet is the to be able to measure things. Hit I. You can select that. See, it's black there. Come up to here. It gives us dimensions so we can kind of see where we're at. Escape. So 11 1/4. Get where we can see it in view here, and I think I just want to add a whole another shelf to this, so let's make that 4. Change our spacing to probably about, let's say 8.5. Looked about right from our math there. 8.5 inches. Hit OK on that, and now you can see we have created an extra data on there, but our shelves are out of line. Well, we're going to fix that as well by using a new tool. I don't think I've talked about it either, and that is the up here in assembly is the joint feature. So let's click on joint. We want a rigid joint. We want to select component 1. This is kind of like the move tool we used yesterday. We want to get that corner there, come to that corner. We can see there's a little emanation there, and when you see that shaking like that, it means it's locked in. So hit OK on that. Alright. I want to come back, not that. Assemble joint. We can see there was a hotkey for J to bring up joint. We'll use that on the next one here. Get that corner there locked in. Okay, now what we need to do is actually we'll need to
copy one of these to get in the state of the yesterday. So selection, we're going to select this, our origin point, and also one thing is I want to point to point on the new selection here. So point to that point, and we want to create copy. Okay. Bring back up our J tool for our joint, rigid joint, component 1. I'm not sure how it's going to work since we can't work this already got on top of it here. Yeah, see, that worked really well. So what we need to do is we need to kind of move that up and out of the way so we can get a better selection on it. So we'll cancel that. M for move, free move. I just want to use the up arrow here. Get that up out of the way. Okay, J for joint, capture position. Select that point. One thing I noticed is that circle there is that it's with the surface. So that way, make it flip over inward, where this is in the same plane as the one above. Lock that in. Okay, on that. And one more to do. These joints are very powerful in Fusion. I'm going to show you why here in a second. Do the same thing we did last one. Get this up out of the way. We're still on free move. We can see over there in the selection window. Just get this up out of the way. Okay, J, capture position. Select our point 1 here, and second point. Locked in. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to get the top as well, yes. J for, M for move first. Just move that out of the way. Enter, J tool, capture position. Alright, we're all locked in. Alright, so like I was saying, let's get to show you why that joint's really powerful now that we created. What we can do now is, see, I hit the home button here. I think yesterday I just noticed that we didn't really draw on the right view, which isn't a big deal. What we can do is we can get this, put this as top, and then the down arrow, hit reset front. See what we can do now is hit this down arrow.
alright, so let's start adding some trim here. So we want to create, and we're going to create a new parameter, and we're going to call that one face frame width And we're gonna make them, I think, 1.5 inches, well, 2 inches. 2 inches. And then we'll add one more parameter. Face, frame, length. 33 inches. Okay on that. Okay, now we can still have our sketch up here, so we'll just draw a rectangle. Make sure I got that corner selected there first. So we'll say face, frame width, and tab over face, frame, length. I think we're gonna go ahead and change that from 2 inches to 1.5 inches. I think it might look a little better. Yeah, it looks a little better. And now I was gonna keep the same parameter, the stock we were using 3/4 yesterday, but there could be a reason why you might want to have these stock thicknesses that are different too. Since they're kind of two different assemblies. So we're gonna call this face stock. And I know my naming's not very clear, but organized, but whatever works for you. We'll just say 0.75 because it doesn't matter, just as long as we have use the right parameter. So we're gonna hit Q for press pull. Select these two different ones. Face stock. New component. And there we have that. Now what we can do is use that handy dandy mirror tool we used yesterday. Yeah, I'll be able to use the same construction plane as yesterday. I'm pretty sure. We'll see here when we go to try to flip it. I had to remember what selections I used yesterday. Create mirror. Got component selected. Object is this. Our mirror plane is here. Yep, that worked just fine. So now let's add one more parameter. Face frame. Overall. And we'll say that was 21.375. Enter. We want to draw a sketch on that face. Kick that up so we can see what's going on in there. And we just want to select that corner. Where are you at? Okay. So we want to say face frame stock tab face frame width. Enter. Now we want to bring up our extrude tool. Select Q on the keyboard. New component. Well, we want to go face frame overall. enter. So now we need to make these, add more of these styles here. I can't remember their styles or rails. Now we're ready to start creating the trim on the bottom. We're going to select here, spin that around. We're just going to draw a random rectangle like that, give it some dimensions, D for dimension, trim, front length, D for dimension, trim width, enter, select our constraints over here, midpoint of that to that. Now we're at the midpoint, it's locked in there. But we want to move it down because it's on the top edge of that. So we can hit stop, sketch, and hit press pull, Q, new component. I'm gonna let that make it go out. Stock. Pardon me. Enter. Now we'll go ahead and move that down under translate. Down 0.75 inches. Make sure that looks right. Okay, that's in line down there. We'll go ahead and draw our side trim now. Create capture position. We'll draw a rectangle on this side. Figure out where that spun us around to. Alright. So we want this to be trim, actually be stock, since we're going the other way. Enter, tab, trim, width, enter. Now we're gonna go ahead and press pull that out. Make that a new component. To object. And there we go. So there's our side trim. Spin around to this side. Well, actually, let's go ahead and turn on the our construction plane that we used yesterday in this, and we want to go ahead and pull up the mirror tool here. Mirror. Select that object. Select the mirror plane. And there we go. So there's our bottom trim. Now let's go ahead and put a little bit of a top on here. We'll go ahead and draw a rectangle on here. O for offset, we're going to go out 1 inch. Q to extrude. New component. I want to go up stock on that. enter. Well, we can go ahead and turn off our joints, sketches, and construction plane. Now, what we can do is add some fillets. Just say you ran over it with a round over. So I hit F for fillets. Let's select all these top edges here. We'll put a 1/2 inch on that. And let's go ahead and roll down to the bottom and do the same on that. .5, like so. Looking pretty good. Now let's go ahead and add some color to it. So I hit A for appearance there. We'll go down to solid wood. Maybe. There we go. Finished. So I'm clicking down on it. We're going to choose walnut. 3D figured walnut semi-gloss. So click down and hold on it. I'm going to go to the top of our tree here. And this will apply it to all the components inside the project. And if there's one that you wanted different, you could segment it out by choosing whatever component you want on the sides. Like for option here, we can see we want it to have it on that one. Change all those so those are joined together. Looks kind of cool. And that's pretty much the basic of making the bookshelf. You can get creative with it and do your own thing. Building these projects is not only helping me get better at Fusion, but hopefully helping you get better. And if you enjoy this video, be sure to hit the like button to let us know you liked it and got something out of it. And if you want to see more of these, be sure to hit subscribe. We'll be making these Fusion 360 videos for a while. Thanks for watching.